Balt's families, to this week's Sunday Storytime. Get ready to mark your calendars with this week's news and upcoming events. This is followed by a new story for the week. I can't wait to find out what it is. Then you can practice the Mindful Minute strategy with our school counselors, Miss Yorick and Mr. Toy. Stay tuned. In this week's events at Balt's,
save the date and join us this Thursday, October 13th at 5:30 p.m. in the Balt's cafeteria for our monthly Balt's PTA meeting. Hope to see you there. There will be no school this Friday, October 14th for students. It is a staff and service day. Again, that is no school for students this Friday, October 14th. Join us on October 19th as we celebrate Unity Day. Wear and share orange for kindness, acceptance, and inclusion. Mark your calendars for Friday, October 28th for our PTA event, Trunk or Treat. It will be held at 6 p.m. at Balt's Elementary School. Come in costume. Trunk or treating starts at 6:20 p.m. Please see the flyer and sign-up sheet with more information that has already been distributed. Hope to see you on the 28th. The PTA is holding a candy donation drive from October 10th to October 26th. You can donate any type of candy for our Trunk or Treaters, which is happening on October 28th.
Good evening, Balt's families, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Storytime. My name is Mrs. Eveland, and I teach in the Learning Lab. Tonight, I will be reading Boxitects by Kim Smith. Meg was a Boxitect. She loved to make things out of boxes. She loved making tiny houses, tall towers, and twisty tunnels. And she made marvelous things no one had ever seen before. Meg was proud of her work. She could make boxes into anything. Meg's mother was proud too. She thought Meg was brilliant and creative. So Meg's mother sent Meg to Maker School, where she could be even more brilliant and creative. At Maker School, there were blanketeers, spaghetti techs, tin foilers, and egg cartoneers. There was almost any kind of maker you could imagine. But Meg was the class's first Boxitect, and that made her feel special. At school, Meg learned all about Boxitecture. She learned how to make her structures useful, strong, and beautiful. Meg loved everything about Maker School. Until Simone showed up. Like Meg, Simone was new. She was also brilliant and creative. Worst of all, Simone was a Boxitect too. And she was already making things Meg had never imagined. In class, Simone would point out ways Meg could make her constructions a little stronger, more wind-resistant, and less boring. So Meg told Simone she should build things that were less bumpy, sturdier, and much prettier. On the last day of school, the class's annual Maker Match was held to see who could make the most amazing thing. There was just one rule. You had to work as a team, but Meg didn't want to work with anyone, and neither did Simone. The blanketeers built with blankets and pillows. The spaghetti techs built with pasta and glue. The bakeologists built with cake and frosting. But the Boxitects were not building at all. They were arguing. "I want to make a tree house," Meg said. "No, I want to make a ship," Simone insisted. Meg drew a line down the middle of a very large box. "I'll take this half, you can have the other." "Fine," said Simone. Soon Meg noticed that her tree house wasn't as large as Simone's ship, so she made her side taller and more impressive. When Simone noticed that Meg's treehouse was taller than her ship, she made her side higher and more extraordinary. Slowly, Meg and Simone's creation grew bigger and bigger. They both built and built until there wasn't a single box left. And at last, they finished. "What is it?" asked a classmate. "I've never seen anything like it before," said another. The teacher said, "It looks like it might..." Achoo! Crash! "Your side was too wobbly," shouted Meg. "Your side was too heavy," cried Simone. "Oh dear," said the judge. The maker match was not over yet, but most of Meg and Simone's work was ruined. There were only a few parts left that could be saved. "If we combine my tree house with your ship," Meg started, "we might be able to make one thing," finished Simone. The Boxitects decided to call a truce so they could finish the match. Working as a team, Meg and Simone quickly joined the remaining pieces together until they had created something new. At the end of the maker match, the Boxitects hadn't won first place, but they had a different way of making brilliant and creative things working together. And they each gained a new friend. What should we make next? How about a buoyant bungalow? Or a motorcycle mansion? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to tune in next week for another episode of Sunday Storytime. Have a great week.
Hi Bolts Bears, welcome back to another episode of Mindful Minute. Did you know that October is Anti-Bullying Month? We as a school are working together to make Bolts a safe place for everyone. To do this, it is important to know what bullying is and how it is different than a conflict. So this week, we are going to be talking about how bullying is different than a conflict.
A conflict is a disagreement between two people. For example, Miss Yerk may want to play soccer, but I want to play football. This is just a disagreement and no one's getting hurt. So as long as we use two of our Kelso's choices, like maybe go play another game or talk it out, this is a small problem that we can solve on our own, and this is in no way bullying.
Bullying is done to hurt and harm someone emotionally and physically more than once, so over and over again. If you try to use two of Kelso's choices and you still have a problem, find a trusted adult to help you with this big problem. If someone is bullying you, you must tell an adult right away, as soon as it happens. If you're at school, find a trusted adult at school. If you're at home, tell your trusted adult at home.
Now that we know the difference between conflict and bullying, let's look a little bit more into it. What is bullying? Bullying is actions that occur continuously over time. Repeated actions that cause harm when there is an unfair match and a form of abuse. All this is again bullying.
Bullying is not a one-time event. When someone is just being mean, bullying is not someone just hurting your feelings, and bullying is not playful or playing around and teasing.
Now that we know the difference between what bullying is, what bullying isn't, and what a conflict is, we want every classroom to take the Stop a Bully pledge. We're going to be passing out these forms for your classrooms to sign as a class and display them out in the hallway, like on your doorway or on the wall closest to your class. And all this is really saying is what you're going to promise to do to not be a bully and to stand up to bullying. So what this says is, I promise to treat others with respect and kindness. I promise to protect others who are being bullied. I promise to stand up to bullies and try to make them stop. I promise to tell an adult if I see someone being bullied. I promise to never bully.
Thanks for watching another episode of Mindful Minute. We'll see you next week. Go Bolts!
Hey Bolts Bears, it's Miss Persani with this week's big question. Next Wednesday, October 19th, is Unity Day, where we celebrate kindness, acceptance, and inclusion. Part of Unity Day includes putting a stop to bullying. Last week, you all signed a Stop Bullying pledge. The first promise was to treat others with respect and kindness. Here's your big question. What is something you can do to show that you treat people with respect and kindness? Don't forget to go to booksrock.org and submit your answers by Wednesday afternoon. Have a great week. Hey guys, it's Miss Persani. Don't forget to like and share this video, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you rock.